I'm hoping. Nope, not gonna say nothing else. Welcome TNT Homesteading. This is Terry. So I've got a busy day ahead of me today. I'm going to try to finish putting up the shiplap in here, at least on the main floor, not necessarily in the lofts because I've got other stuff I want to do first. So let me back this camera up a little bit. I finished this wall. I finished that wall. That wall is now complete, as is that wall. The only thing left down here is this one. And the only thing I have to cut around is the window and the top beam. So I'm hoping that one won't take too terribly long to do. One of the things we've got on tap though, is we did buy our flooring that we plan on putting in here. Waterproof vinyl, and my bride picked this out, and so we've got it for in here. So if I can get the walls up or finish with the shiplap, I will start on the flooring. If the weather had been bad, I mean it's cooled off quite a bit, but if the weather had been bad, I'd have probably skipped the wall and just worked on the flooring first. This shiplap sure gives off a lot of sawdust. I'm hoping my bride is actually talking about coming and starting the painting down here. So if she paints that wall, we can go ahead and install the light. Can't really see it with all the tools, but there it is. But she can install the light, and we can start having light in here. I do have the electric up. It's an old cabinet from the other cabin, and we installed it in here. But the electric is up, and it's in. I wired it over to the shed, wired it in, and tested everything out, and everything's working. Well, I've tested everything but the ceiling fan light, because I didn't already have the wires split, and I would have had to like separated them and split them and got the ladder and done all that kind of stuff. So at the moment, that's the only one I haven't tested. But electricity's working in here, so I don't, as you notice there, I don't have a wall up, so I don't have the light switch. I just wired it, put a wire nut on it as an on position. But we can use the breaker box for an on-off switch for the light if we decide to go ahead and get that light put in. But once the flooring's in, we can install the toilet. And that would be awesome because the wasps love the outhouse, and I don't like wasps. Anyway, that's it. Not a whole lot going on here, at least at the moment. Measure board, cut board, install board, rinse and repeat. I'm hoping I can get this done pretty quick. That's a hope. Because I'd love to, again, move on to the flooring. I've only got a few more weeks on my dad's trailer here. I'm not really using it a whole lot right now. I'm mainly spending my time either in here on the porch, or if my wife's away, inside the cabin when I'm working. But we still got stuff stored in there, and storage the loft. And I don't want to move stuff from there into here just to move it out as we put the ceiling on. And then I'm not sure you can see, but I need to put the shiplap on the end wall. It's going to be a beat down because I'm going to have to get up there and measure and cut, and then come back, or measure and then come down here and cut, and then go back there and install a board, and then come back down here and cut. So I'm not really looking forward to that. But that is probably not for today. That'll be a project for another day. Maybe later this week actually, but for another day. It's done, mostly. Wall is complete. So, there we go. That corner is where the fireplace is going to go, stove, so that's going to be not wood. Got everything done. We're getting ready to start painting, and when I say we, I mean my bride. I don't have much wood left. I was expecting more because I still have that section up there to do and that section up there to do. And then we were going to do some on the wall, I think. That's that. I'll worry about that later. Next up is get paint in. And then if she starts with this end, I'm going to go ahead and install the light switch or the light so that we can have a light over the bathroom mirror. So, and now I'm going to go read the instructions on the flooring while she starts with the painting. Had to run to the store and get a couple things, and came back, and my bride has started the, I want to call it whitewashing, but it's with blue paint, so would that be blue washing? I don't know. I don't think so. Anyway, so here's what she's gotten done so far. Let's see if I can turn on some, well, I did, but it's not really helping anything. So what have you done, baby? You've taken some paint that you like and watered it down quite a bit.
It's pretty soupy.
That is soupy. Part of that is we wanted to see the grain. We wanted to see the knot holes. This is sort of rustic cabin, and that's what we're after in this. So a really soupy paint, and she's just rubbing it on there and dabbing it on there, and there you go. I got a new saw blade because I didn't want to cut the new tile floors with the old one I've been using, so I went and got a new saw blade, a new jigsaw blade, and a new chop saw blade. That way I can have a nice clean sharp blade for these tiles. Alright, so I just took a couple of the things, trying to get an idea of how we're doing. This is going to be good. Basically following the directions. It talks about just laying it out real quick, giving an idea of where you're going to need to cut, if you're going to need to cut sideways, because it wants more than just a little gap. You know, it wants a substantial piece if you're going to have to rip a piece. Doesn't look like I'm going to need to. This isn't, like I said, this isn't ready to go in yet. This was just giving it a try. So anyway, that's good. So I will take this all back up and start laying the floor. I'm going to start against this wall and work my way across. And I'm pretty excited about this. We both are. So my Craftsman chop saw, just put on a brand new blade so I could make these cuts a whole lot faster and a whole lot cleaner. But my chop saw is not big enough for my boards. So it's a good thing I went ahead and bought new jigsaw blades. But that's frustrating. All right, so I finished the first 5 boxes, and I thought I would just give you a quick glimpse at where we're at. So this is what it's looking like. It's looking really good. My bride has finished the whole east wall and the north wall. And she's started over on the west wall. I'm getting ready to break open probably 6 more boxes and keep working. I'm hoping, except for you're supposed to go with multiple boxes, I'm hoping one of these boxes we may be able to take back, because I bought enough to do the whole 12 by 24, but we have that porch and I'm not doing that. But usually when you're doing flooring, it tells you to add so much extra for overages and cuttage and all this other kind of stuff. And since we had the front porch we're not messing with, I didn't think I'd need it. So anyway, that's where we're at. It's coming along nicely. It's 3:30. I started this day about 9. So we're making a lot of progress. I'm hoping. Nope, not gonna say nothing else. Making a lot of progress, and we're gonna keep going. And my wife's laughing at me. All right, it's 7 o'clock, and we're done, at least for today. All right, you can see the toilet is not hooked up yet. It's just sitting there, but that's where it's gonna, well, close to where it's gonna go anyway. It's all painted. I've got a couple of leftover boards, a couple tools to pick up. Looks good. That wall she's gonna stain, so she didn't do that today. She stopped with the paint. And then right now, we do have light. So, I got a little bit more done than I thought I might today. Tomorrow I will hook up the toilet. I don't know if I'll do anything else. There's so much to do. We didn't use 2 of our boxes, so I will get to take 2 boxes back. So that's going to help on the cost there. I did not do a great job when I showed you that I measured it across side to side. Lengthwise was great, but side to side, I goofed up, and I only had like an inch on the far side, which is one of the things it said avoid. On the bright side, there won't be anything over there. I mean, there'll be stuff behind it. You won't be walking on it. I think we may end up doing some trim, but we'll see. It installed pretty easily. The biggest problem was because the shiplap, I really wanted it under the shiplap, and I couldn't. And I also had left maybe a half an inch between the shiplap and the floor, and this stuff was much thinner than that. So we'll probably still put some trim up, which was not initially one of our plans, but otherwise you'll end up with tons of gunk underneath the shiplap, but above the floor. Anyway, that's it for today. I've got lots to pick up and get back inside. I thought I felt a sprinkle a little bit ago, though I didn't think it was supposed to rain for a couple of days, but we'll see. Real productive day, real excited. And weather's supposed to be crappy this week, so instead of sitting on the porch, I'll probably sit inside for work this week. So I'm sort of excited about that. Anyway, thanks for coming along, and we'll see you in the next video.